Ciao, bentornati. Hi, welcome back to Richard Harris's Herbal Tutorials. The tutorials that inform and educate about herbs and other natural substances. The tutorials that are done with you in mind. Whenever I make and upload a video, it's with the intention to give you an alternative and as much information as possible in relation to the madness that is permeating the internet. It's really to give you the opportunity to get all the relevant information, such as the dosage, contraindications, the boiling process, toxicity, if necessary, etc. In these uploads, you're taught when to boil herbs and when to steep them. You also learn how to relate the herbs to your condition and to the problems you are having. As I've repeatedly stated in all my past videos, the purpose of these uploads is not to mislead anyone. As such, no misleading information is given. There is no exaggeration, no solicitation, no hype, and no unfounded claims are being made. Life is too short and your health is your wealth. I value your health, so being irresponsible is not an option I have or am interested in having. With that in mind, let us continue with our efforts to unlock the secrets of herbs and natural substances that are found in the Caribbean, our backyard, and in the rest of the world. In this video, I'm introducing a new natural substance, pharmaceutically known as Saccharum granorum, but commonly known as maltose or malt. Malt has existed for thousands of years and is a very common food found in most cultures all over the world. It is made from fermented grains such as barley, the preferred grain, because it has a higher content of enzymes. Malt is also made from rice, rye, oats, corn, and sorghum, but these are used less frequently than barley. The process of making malt starts with germination, then distilling the mixture to extract the maltose. It is then mixed with dextrine powder, and the process continues until it turns into a sweet, honey-like looking substance called malt or maltose that now has a chemical composition reflecting the grain it was made from. Thus, if the malt came from rye, the chemical composition of the malt will reflect it came from rye. Long ago, malt, like molasses, was always a staple in most homes because people back then knew from practical usage the immense value of the two of them. Common sense. These two agents were once popular dietary supplements, especially for sickly children. They were also frequently used to enhance the mental and emotional well-being of children and even the elderly convalescing from debilitating diseases. Malt was once therefore a well-stocked item in drugstores, easy to find, and very much used. Then, plain wise, we became foolish. Consequently, we began to discard the tried and proven for packaging, advertisement, and hype. Do you remember when we exchanged breast milk for baby formula and butter for margarine, etc.? Have you forgotten when we were encouraged not to eat avocados or to cook with coconut oil? I'm sure most of you haven't. Continuing with our mental enlightenment, we follow the script written for us and abandon those two wonderful foods and instead start giving children vitamins and minerals, often sourced partially from synthetic and natural sources, or mainly from sources that are mostly or completely synthetic. So, just as we were skillfully persuaded to move away from many of the customs and foods that are beneficial to us for commercial reasons, we were similarly encouraged to disband the usage of malt. We can't find it, or we could hardly find it in the groceries anymore. Young people don't know it or anything about it. But the same malt has now become the primary ingredient in the production of various types of beverages, such as malt, beer, malt vinegar, whiskey, malted milk, Milo, Ovaltine, Horlicks, just to name a few. And do you know why they are added to these products? Primarily for nutrition. Yes, they are so nutritious. They provide minerals and vitamins to these drinks, and they enhance their taste. Do you also know it's added to various types of food such as breads, cakes, milks, cereals, granola bars, bagels, cookies, and candies? It is even often used to condition and enrich the soil to promote the growth of plants. Yes. In my bio, I always specify that I am qualified in the practice of Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. So, most of the information that I upload in my video are sourced from the vast pharmacopoeia of these two ancient but modern medical disciplines. They are both very old but still very useful and effective in treating not only diseases in the distant past, but also modern day disorders emanating from lifestyles and practices steeped in excesses, irrationality, and whatever else people find to do today to make living a reasonably healthy lifestyle challenging and nigh impossible. Malt in Ayurvedic medicine is totally different from malt that is made elsewhere. As such, I need to make a distinction between the two. As mentioned before, malt is the fermentation of grains, primarily barley, with the addition of dextrin powder, resulting in maltose, a specific type of sugar. In Ayurvedic medicine, however, malt is a combination of many different herbs and grains, resulting in a specific medical agent which is totally different from the malt I've described earlier. So please take note, there is a difference between the two if you're researching. So now we understand pellucidly what we are discussing. Let us once again get ready to continue on our herbal and natural substances extravaganza. So buckle up, sit tight, and chillax as we continue on our exploration. As mentioned, malt called yitang by the Chinese is the topic of this video. It belongs to the category of substances that tonify deficiencies. This category of herbs and natural substances are tonics, and they strengthen and supplement the body's resistance to diseases. These agents are further subdivided into deficient qi. Qi is all the energy and its manifestation in the body. Example of an agent that tonifies qi is licorice. Then there are agents that tonify blood. Examples are molasses and eel. Then there are agents that tonify yin. Examples are clammy cherry, eel, flaxseed. And there are agents that tonify yang. Examples are babande, noni root, and coscuta, also known as love vine. Malt specifically belongs to the category of herbs that tonify qi. This class of herbs or substances are used for deficient qi syndrome, manifesting as poor appetite, diarrhea, loose stool, abdominal pains, lassitude, dyspnea, and spontaneous perspiration. These class of herbs are generally avoided when there's fever, chills, body pain, etc. That is when you feel you're coming down with a virus or something. Please remember, when using this category of herbs and substances, to pay specific attention to the categories under which they are listed to get a proper understanding of their functions and applications. The energy and taste of malt: it has a warm energy and a sweet taste. The organs and meridians impacted are the stomach, spleen, liver, and lungs. Its chemical constituents are proteins, essential amino acid, carbohydrate, folic acid, and important minerals such as iron, copper, selenium, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, zinc, fiber, and vitamins, including vitamin B1, B2, B3, and B6. Also, there's glucose and fructose. Here, one can see the chemical richness of malt. Notice how it's chock full with B vitamins. Imagine a combination of malt and molasses for your regular supply of B vitamin, calcium, etc. What's more, it's all natural, and it's in the exact proportion it was created to be utilized, as opposed to when we buy them as supplements, and we have to depend on using them in proportions or combinations well-meaning people suggest. Malt functions by warming the middle, that is the digestive system, and tonifying the chi. It strengthens and tonifies the stomach and the spleen, and it lubricates the lungs. Uses of malt. Malt can be used for constipation in infants and for postpartum constipation, especially after significant blood loss. For non-closure of the fontanelle in children, that is the soft spot in the center of the skull, malt may be used with cinnamon and other herbs. For incessant crying in babies and infants, malt is used with licorice. For hemorrhoids in children with debilitating conditions, used with astragalus. This is a Chinese herb known as Wang Qi and can be bought online or be found in Chinese groceries. Malt may also be used with codonopsis, another Chinese herb called tangsen, and they both can be combined for chronic non-productive cough and dyspnea. For hypoglycemia, with weakness, spontaneous perspiration, and a tendency to feel chilly or cold, use with licorice and cinnamon. Additional uses include abdominal pains, malnutrition, infantile night crying, poor appetite, chronic atrophic gastritis, and gastric cancer. Dosage: 15 to 30 grams. Dissolve into the decoction after straining. Caution: avoid if there's diarrhea. Malt can also make a good addition to the daily regimen of young children. Like always, all good things must end, and we have come to the end of another of our herbal and natural substances adventures. It is always a little disappointing whenever the session ends, because it gave me so much fun. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed it. Please drop a line in the comment section letting me know of your experiences with malt as a child or as an adult. You may also request the plant or topic for the next video in the comment section. By the way, don't forget to remember to like and share. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and notification button for more such educational videos. Ciao ciao. Fine alla prossima volta. Bye bye. Until the next time.